Good morning. Today's the ceremony for the breaking ground for the egg farm. And in here is Pakbangu, or otherwise known as Pakwayan, preparing for the breaking ground ceremony for the business. Here we have Mount Agun, around which all directions in Bali are oriented. They have north, south, east, and west, but only in relation to Mount Agun, not the North Pole. You become quite accustomed to the sound of that bell living in Bali. All ceremonies use it for focus and spiritual connection. What you'll notice here is a bunch of empty land. It's been cleared and the buildings can begin immediately. No, really, you'll get used to it after a while, I promise. No? You're not used to it? Now it's time for the actual groundbreaking itself, which is pretty easy. Tidak sulit. The soft, volcanic, sandy soil. It's just nice to work with. And check out Ibu Putu. She's actually the strongest of us all. Check out the blessings that we place into the soil.
Yeah. Take it, pull it out, take it until break. Yeah, this one. This one. Pull out.
Yeah.
Ronald.
Yeah, nampak sih.
Simula bless. That what we pray will be blessed.
Ada gudang sih.
Gudang dulu.
Ya, nak gudang sih lah. Yang masak sih kita ni. Batu melesek gudang sih itu.
Here comes the hen house. And they're pulling down some pohon, kayu. They're bringing down trees so that it doesn't hurt the hen house as they back them through. Here lies enough materials to create hen houses for 2,000 chickens.
Dia becik mengkarya kene, Pak. Gudang dikit ni.
Yeah, I'd tell y'all what they're saying, but half the time they're speaking in Balinese, not Indonesian.
Januari, Pak. Ampun, Januari.
Januari. Ya. Januari dan.
The bamboo you see being offloaded isn't actually part of the structure. That is called scaffolding.
Sebarang dan di sini dan di sana sama-sama.
Yeah.
Rumah capung, kampung capung.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kok mas pas na di ni itu.
Well, there's an angel, otherwise known as Lion's mother, but really an angel.
Ini boleh ngajarin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bahasa ni dah. 10 line isi. 15 line isi for one side.
And that's all I kept seeing. Check out the giant swing. I haven't done that yet. I'm not sure that I want to or not, but really, once you see the view, these swings all over Bali always are placed around a view, something like this. Well, you'd think they're smiling about the golden egg farm, but really, they're just smiling like Labradors. There's food on the table. Putu and I are smiling because it's our birthday. Both of us.
Yeah, they're waiting for us. Oh, this is the father. You can see.
Mother, kid.
Oh, you can definitely tell that that's the father, can't you?
Yeah, see the nut.
Oh, no. Hello, Mama. Can I see your babies? Oh, you're showing me your beautiful wings. Oh,
Singkat.
Yep.
definitely a boy.
You know, we believe this. This is the blood of this bat is really good against asthma.
Really? Dad.
Oh yeah, the people in the east they eat this a lot. Yeah.
The fresh blood.
My gosh, I saw the food from the east. They don't eat rice. They eat the, you know,
Yeah.
the like glue.
Yeah, kasapa.
Yeah.
It's made of we call it sagu. You know,
Yes, sagu.
from the palm trees.
Yes.
Adiknya masih pernah
Have you
ada
tried?
cowok cewek ya.
Oh, I love that. That is really good and very healthy.
Wow.
High fiber, lot of minerals, and very good for your body.
Wow.
If you have any digestive problem, that is the best food you will get.
Wow.
You have beautiful babies, Mama. You have such beautiful babies.
Ini kan ada nasi.
Dia sih nak alam gede. Alah kilo kita playing dog lah.
Okay.
Ya, we were playing dog ya. Jadi,
And meanwhile, back at the farm. Hey, Chico.
there's a man like to walk back.
This is the walkway.
Walkway.
And so this right here, walkway. And then so there's hens right here. Hens on this side.
No, head over there.
So this is an outside walkway.
Yeah, outside. Dah je tengah. Yang dangin. Dah rumah kan.
Hey, Chico.
Oh, dah tadi dulu macam.
Post hole digger. Just really kind of ingenious. Works like a charm. I was fascinated. I mean, it's one thing for them to use bamboo for the scaffolding, which is fascinating in and of itself. But when I saw this post hole digger, I was like, oh no, are you serious? I don't even know why I'm going back to Chico. Hey, Chico. Because he is not nearly as fascinating as watching that man work that post hole digger. This is what they've gotten done at the end of day one. Cleared out all of this, brought in all of these materials, gotten up all of those columns. The post hole digger was one of the most fascinating parts. And that's it for just day one. It's been astounding. Gratuitous pic of mother and son. It's a really big water tank. So on the first day they began clearing all of this out. It was kind of jungle, as you'll see from the videos in the beginning. Today is a libur, vacation day, because twice a month they have big family ceremonies. It's kind of like church day. So kind of like a Sunday around here. That's why there's no people. There's building here and here. Well, actually, just that's the old. This is the old this is the house where Wyan was born. And it's kind of course, now that it's 50 years old, or more than 50 years, falling apart. And so we decided we couldn't use that for the storage shed, and instead are building this. As you can see, the walls have gone down. And then over here are two different hen houses. The first one framed up here will hold There'll be 1,000 in this one. And which is kind of the goal of the expansion, just go side by side by side by side, lining not between here and the road, but far enough away from the main house to just materials. So this one, of course, doesn't have its framing on it yet, but there'll be a concrete pathway down the center, and then 500 on this side and 500 this side, and roof up here, and same thing over there, 500 down one side and 500 down the next, and then so there's 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and just on up till hopefully one day 10,000 lined up between here and the main road. And they have done all of this in 3 days. Like I said before, I think that it'll take, of course, that the framing goes up quickly. It's all the listric and the water and building the hen boxes. Actually, the hen boxes have been built off, the laying boxes have been built off site and will be brought in. And the water tank is going, that big water tank you saw earlier is going right there. So that, there's some chickens up in the forest. Jungle chickens. I'm just kidding. So yeah, so this will be a storage shed for the food and other tools needed for the farm. Right there will be the water tank and gravity fed, and we're trying to do rainwater, but there's some consternation about whether or not that's healthy enough for the hens. So anyway, coming along, quickly coming along. I'm assuming it'll go a lot slower once we get inside and things are more minutiae, but coming along for now. That over there, that roof is the compound, family compound. So there you go. That's it. They hand make each and every one of these offerings at their house in Guiana. They go through 50 per day. Ibu Putu, Wyan's wife, packing up some of the offerings to take home to Guiana, and his other mother. Yes, Wyan has two mothers. And check out Ibu Putu and Ananga. They are headed to the temple, and this is a very common sight around Bali, but it's no less surprising for it.
Saya pergi dulu, Bu.
Oh, wow.
Sampai jumpa nanti.
Sampai jumpa. Yeah, Chico. I can't explain quite how small this structure is, but I'm showing it again because it astounds me that 5 children were born in this house. That's what we were going to use. Can't even stand up straight in it. It's lovely. It's where Wyan was born, but it won't work. Wish it could have. Pumping water from the house for now. The water tank is going to go right over there. Okay, so I was gone for Christmas Eve, and I've come back, and they've already got half the shed up, the roof on the first hen house, and the framing for the second hen house already up. Chippa, chippa. Hello. Apa kabar? Bagus, bagus. Hello. Baik, baik. Saya senang. This is incredible. It looks great. Wow. This is awesome. It's really great. This is Today and Emmy, Mayan's children, enjoying a meal. Caught Chico in the middle of a yawn, looking inexplicably foolish. Children! Imagine trying to sleep with those. Got the roofs on, got the walkways laid. Now we're just waiting for the battery boxes. The internals like electricity, lights, water. After building the water tower, they of course have got to get that massive tank up on top of it. Not as easy as they make it look. So since we can do the Balian spring water, which is really, of course, healthier than just like chlorine water.
Yeah.
We decided to gravity feed the water so that they didn't have to go without water. We didn't want to buy a...
Maybe two ways collecting the rainwater as well. Collecting the rainwater as well.
They do collect rainwater. It's what's in his tank. This is the finished storage shed. Food for the chicken goes on the right and their eggs go on the left. The primary purpose of the fence is actually just to keep neighborhood dogs out. But not Miss Nisha. She can go wherever she wants. They've installed battery boxes, lights, water, electric, music, and it's time for action. Choosing the right hens is actually critical, taking into account their health, their weight, and of course even their happiness. Temples in place, getting very, very close to D-Day. And this kampong ayam is just, showing off. Aren't they adorable? Me and Ibu, Wayan's mother, very happy and excited about the night ahead. Here's Wayan preparing for the ceremony. And all of our offerings for the ceremony, mahal, and so many. Here the high priest is writing blessings on a rock, which is then buried by Nanga into the ground at the back corner. You wouldn't believe the number of things, the number of offerings which have been buried for this property. Y'all used to the bell yet? Ibu Putu again. It's really hard to describe how hard these women work. Here, Pakwayan, aka Pakmangku, and family are flicking holy water all over the hen houses, batteries they're called, to bless the entire property. Ronald and Ibu Apin follow suit, apparently with a much greater concentration and a much bigger wand. Ronald has put the first ceremonial hen into a battery. And then we get to eat. It was delicious.
Where is it?
On the corner of the box. Oh, I just think he's funny looking, Craig. No ceremonial meal would be complete without a very large something joining us. D-Day has finally arrived. There are 2,000 hens on that truck. And Ronald puts the first hen into her new home. Bringing home 2,000 hens actually took about 6 or 7 hours and at least a handful of people. She's just checking everything out. And here's where they mix the food. And everyone's happy, eating, drinking, talking. Congratulations, Tilur, our very first egg.